Howdy. This is the Gene Machine, coming at you live from the corner of my room, and today I want to talk a little bit about Gardenscapes. Now, you all know who Gardenscapes is, right? Everybody knows what Gardenscapes is. They are extremely notorious for their terrible, fake, and misleading advertisements, when in reality their game is a Candy Crush clone, so to speak. The reason why we're talking about them today is for something that is, well, very sad to hear. Now, to give a little context, the UK, aka the ASA, ruled that various different ads on Facebook, at least, that are from Playrix, the company who makes Gardenscapes and Homescapes, shall not be played anymore on Facebook. In other words, banned. To explain it in more detail, various people complained about these ads, and so Playrix had to defend themselves. And essentially what they said was, oh, we do have these mini games in our game. It's not like they're completely fake. And we wanted to stand out, essentially, from the rest of the Candy Crush clones by using advertisements to make us look unique, which is pretty pathetic if you ask me. But anyway, the court saw right through their bull and banned the ads because what's shown in the ads are clearly not representative of the actual game, even if these little mini-game things are somewhere in the game. Now, in case you don't know, these little mini-games are in the game. It was an afterthought. It wasn't in the game initially. They added it, I would assume, because of the backlash. But they are so small in the overall scheme of how the game works that it's something you'll barely play. The rewards you get from it are so minuscule. It is simply just an afterthought in the game. Now, to compare this, I'll take a game like Grand Theft Auto 5. Everybody knows what Grand Theft Auto 5 is, right? I would hope so. But anyway, in Grand Theft Auto 5, you can do yoga, right? There are yoga minigames that you can do. But the yoga minigames, to you, is simply an afterthought. It is simply something that you will do once, maybe twice, and then never touch again. It's something that it takes you 10 seconds to do, and then that's it. It is so minuscule in the grand scheme of the game, right, with everything that you do, that clearly the yoga portion in Grand Theft Auto 5 is not representative of the overall game. Now imagine if Rockstar was like, okay, you know what we're going to do? We are going to advertise our game, Grand Theft Auto 5, using only footage shown from the yoga portion of the game. While yes, that is in the game, it's clearly not, like I said, representative of the game, so that would be faulty advertising. That's not something you would want to advertise. Obviously, Grand Theft Auto 5 is about shooting and looting and driving and all killing, whatever, you know. The yoga portion is such a small part, it's not something you would want to advertise. This is exactly what Gardenscapes did, and it was simply so that they wouldn't have to show that they're just a Candy Crush clone. And funny enough, Playrix actually mentions within this that, oh hey, literally like barely anyone in our game actually sticks with it, when they had to admit that barely anyone has actually played the minigames. So it's clear that this is why they did that. They advertised it like these fake advertisements so that people would still download the game without knowing that it's a Candy Crush clone. Because if everyone knew it was a Candy Crush clone, I don't think anyone would really download it. So to conclude, the court saw right through this bull and banned various ads from Facebook of Playrix, specifically in the UK. Now that's awesome. Sadly, this is not something that affects America or anywhere else besides the UK, but it is a step in the right direction. Now, this was on the 30th of September, at least when the article was published. So why am I talking about this again? Well, you see, I recently got an advertisement from Gardenscapes, and stop and think for a second. Okay, they just had a court case, they lost the court case, and if they get in another court case, they could be in massive trouble, right? They got off with a slap on the wrist, right? They didn't face any fines. Their game didn't get banned or anything like that. Just a couple ads got banned. So you would think that, okay, if they got in trouble, they would learn their lesson, right? And maybe stay away from doing that now. Well, not only did they not do that, but they didn't do that immediately afterwards. You see, on October 8th, which is only a few days after this article was published, they went right back to producing fake advertisements. So in this ad, you actually have the in-game model like the in-game character, going through one of those pull the pin trials. But this time it's in like I would say like a 2.5D scenario. And look, you can equip costumes from items that you get and whatnot. Clearly this ad is fake. This is not what you're going to actually see in the game. And in case you don't believe me on that, let me just show you as an example. At this point in the ad, there's this little green screen fireball effect that you see on every YouTuber and their mother's videos, right? This is a stock footage effect. I don't think they would have this stock footage effect in their game if this was real. This is clearly a pre-rendered animation made solely for the intentions of creating an advertisement. So while yes, there are pull the pin minigames in this game, clearly it does not look or play like this. So I think we can conclude that this is indeed a fake advertisement. Mind you, it came out on October 8th, 2020. That's only a few days after the article was published. So essentially, the company went right back to making fake advertisements right after getting in trouble. Now, I don't exactly know, how I usually see these advertisements on YouTube. I don't know what they're doing on Facebook and Instagram. And personally, I don't also know if they're doing this in the UK as well. I do actually wonder if they are still showing fake advertisements like this in the UK. If you do know, if you do live in the UK, feel free to tell me in the comments down below. But at least here in America, we are still indeed getting these fake Gardenscape ads. So it's clear that they do not care in the slightest, and they are going to continue to produce fake mobile game ads. In conclusion, it's sad to see they didn't learn their lesson. It's sad to see they're going to continue to do this, and it's sad to see that this is a problem overall. I would highly recommend you don't download this game nor any game from Playrix, as all of their games essentially have these kind of fake ads to hide their actual terrible, boring, and completely lazy gameplay. And the other thing we've learned from this, it's clear that one court case is definitely not going to stop these mobile game companies from doing what they're doing. It's clear there's much more action that needs to be done, and so I hope we see that in the near future. But anyway, hey, thank you for watching the video. Do you have an ad you'd like to see make it onto a video and or want to join an active community that shares the same feelings towards mobile game ads as you do? Feel free to join the Discord, link to which will be in the description down below, and feel free to follow me on Twitter and Twitch at GeneMachine99. And with all that said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Stay real.